Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. I would like to talk to you about some of my very favorite charities, and this video is not going to be the more controversial ones. And if you want to hear about them and why they matter to me, stay tuned. Oh, look what I got. I can't have a video without showing my Cassie girl. Yes. Mwah. Oh. Look who else I have. My tabby boy. See? When you love them, you exploit them in your video. Mwah. Right? I love you. Oh, mwah. Alley Cat Allies is always going to be very high, if not at the absolute top of my list. Alley Cat Allies, if you didn't already know, they take care of spaying and neutering of feral cat colonies throughout the United States, and they have been an organization around for over 30 years. They take care of the cats underneath the boardwalk here in town, and they do so many good things. They do a whole lot of education, not only on the community level, but also education impacting municipalities that sometimes when a city or a state will have ordinances that will negatively impact cats, or ordinances that would restrict people's rights to feed cats. And then Alley Cat Allies steps in and they educate people on how trap neuter return works, and how if you just take animals away from their colonies, then they just come back and they reproduce. And there's this thing called the vacuum effect, that if you just take uh, cats away and you don't spay and neuter them, other cats just come back to that area and the cycle of reproduction continues. And until the public is educated, and until the different municipalities and organizations are educated in humane practices, these kind of things like the catching and the killing is going to continue, and we're going to continue to have overpopulation problems. And organizations like Alley Cat Allies believe in saving lives, educating people, and making sure that the spay and neuter access is easier to get for people to deal with colonies, and also low-cost spay and neuter services for poor people. So I really, really, really love Alley Cat Allies. I can't say enough good things about them. Another organization I support is called Best Friends. They are in Utah, and they do so much good in rescuing animals. They have an animal sanctuary. At their sanctuary, no animal gets killed unnecessarily. They are really, really, really trying to make sure that as many animals get adopted out as possible. Everything I hear about them, I just admire them so much, and it's even an organization that I could see myself volunteering if I do hit the road and I get to travel the US of A. So bestfriends.org is quite amazing. Another organization I support is called White Coat Waste Project. What they do is they find out about times when we're about to release $1 million or so in grant money to provide for animal experimentation. And they publicize when some college someplace needs, say, $1 million to do experiments on kittens or on puppies. Or sometimes it's rabbits, sometimes it's on primates, like, monkeys of different kinds. But what, of course, got me on their radar, or what got them on my radar, was when I found out about the cat experimentation. When you get on their email list, they send you when they have petitions to sign, and sometimes these petitions do affect change. There's so much that's going on that the public doesn't know about, and considering all these bloated uh, projects that taxpayers' money is going to fund, and millions and millions and millions of dollars every year go toward these absolutely disgusting and barbaric experiments, and almost nobody in the general public knows about this. And this company, White Coat Waste Project, publicizes these things that are going on, and you sign petitions. And I believe that when you donate money to them, it enables them to do further education and to pressure the powers that be to put a stop to these things. That there's nothing to be gained medically from taking apart living cats and dogs, putting electrodes in their head, doing the different things which, if I described them to you, you would be absolutely traumatized by. But do your research. They're called White Coat Waste Project, and they are a whatever the tax exempt status is, they're doing a lot of good, and I really strongly support them. Another organization I support and admire a lot, it has nothing to do with animals, is Salvation Army. They are such an amazing organization. This is the kind of organization, they're kind of like the Red Cross in that they will travel to disaster areas and they will provide things like food and clothing and blankets, and they have facilities for washing clothes. They go to disaster-stricken areas, areas where they had tornadoes and hurricanes and wildfires, and they provide for basic human needs. They serve homeless people from coast to coast, and I've had lots of run-ins with, or not run-ins, that's not the right word. I had lots of encounters with volunteers in that organization, and the people that volunteer for the Salvation Army are the people that love people, that care about their fellow man, that see that they're suffering in this world, and they want to do something about it. And when you donate to the Salvation Army, you're really helping people. This is going to people in vulnerable positions. This is going to people who have lost their jobs, lost their homes, fallen on hard times. Certainly with this pandemic, it has exposed a very serious need that still goes on. This pandemic isn't over, and the needs of the hungry and hurting people are not over. The volunteers of this organization, they really walk the walk, and they're sincere. And if you really ever see, especially around Christmas time, somebody ringing the bell and having the red color or something, they're a really amazing organization, and they impact lives. The Salvation Army is really, really amazing, and you could do a lot worse than, you know, supporting them. They're good people. Another organization I like, they're called Lady Freethinker. And one thing though I will say is they're an animal organization, and they send a lot of petitions. A lot of them are very tearjerker petitions. They publicize when there are heinous acts of animal cruelty, the things that keep you up at night, the things where you find out that some human beings are capable of the most despicable acts against our innocent animals. And you would like to think, we would hope that signing these petitions will help to put more criminals behind bars and to expose decrepit organizations that claim to help but only harm animals. Lady Freethinker, I think, puts the pressure on district attorneys and police departments when they find cases of animal abusers, people that torture and kill cats and dogs and other animals. And I've actually been told that sometimes when I put links to their petitions, that I try not to do it too much because they are often about some of the most heinous actions that a human being can do to a sentient being. But this organization really does help to bring justice to those poor innocent animals, and it really does work on improving our world, and they are definitely worthy of your support. Planned Pethood of Georgia is another organization that I am a strong supporter of. If I can see here to see exactly where in Georgia they are, um, Yes, I could be much more prepared than I would be. But they are really, really amazing. They have services for spaying and neutering cats and dogs. You can actually designate where your money goes if you want to specify. Like it says, for instance, here, I'm reading, I would like my gift to go toward ensuring low-cost spay-neuter. You can have your donation go toward rescuing and placing homeless animals. You can have your donation go toward assisting with community cats, TNR. You can let your donation go to Go Fix Georgia outreach program, or you can just specify your donation to go wherever it's needed most. But they also have, I believe, at least once a year, they have some kind of a raffle event, uh, and but they're doing so much. I really love what they're doing with the spaying and neutering of cats and helping to provide low cost uh, fixing services. That's really important, and their donations to them are tax deductible, and they're really great people, and I absolutely support them. Animal Legal Defense Fund is another organization that I support. They have some petitions to be signed, and they do a lot of public outreach. When you get the emails from them, they let you know of cases that are going on throughout the country, some of which they have successfully resolved. They get people prosecuted who do terrible things to animals. They do uh, public outreach. They do everything from helping farm animals to, of course, cats and dogs, and they advocate against animal research. And if you can find it in your heart to support them, they're good people, and they do a lot of good things for our animals. I just want to show this. This is from Best Friends, and this is about something they have called Cat World. So they definitely have things for the kitties. There's an organization in Washington, D.C. called Humane Rescue Alliance.org, and this is an ad from them I took from one of the last times I was in Washington, D.C., but they save animals, and they're there, so I support them too. There's a cat sanctuary in Chino, California called Bast, and they are an organization that I've known about for at least 5 or 6 years now, and they take cats in and they give them medical care and food, and they take care of them forever. And they're only staffed by volunteers, and they're an organization that I do support. And if you love cats, you should think about supporting them also. There are more organizations than that, of course, but I wanted to keep today's video to a civilized minimum, and I wanted to avoid anything controversial. But if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. I'd love to take you along with me on my adventures. Till then, take care. I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye.